the kids have really been more with dad than mom, and dad's obligated to pay child support to mom. Mom, when she did have them and it was dad's visitation, she would deny his visitation when he was supposed to have them and not even show up.
The court will note for the record that the father is present, ad litem that the court appointed to represent the children are present, but the mother who was here earlier left. So at this time, I'll ask the state for an opening to tell the court what the state's requesting we do here. The court will determine whether or not it's something I can look at doing in a default and make it doing a final order or just doing a further temporary order. And I'll go ahead and ask the ad litem for an opening to tell the court what she's asking for on behalf of her clients and whether or not she's asking for a final or further temporary order. So at this time, I'll start with the state and we'll take it from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. While the state would obviously like to finalize, I'm not sure that we can get there today based on the mother's absence. The temporary order did deal with current support from Mr. Malvo to Ms. Hayes, and so we have no problem with that continuing, except, Your Honor, for recent facts and circumstances, including the litem's recommendation, and I'll defer to her rather than steal her thunder. But the state also has no objection to making parties appear in person if it's the Zoom that's the issue in the matter.
All right, Ms. Gustafson.
Your Honor, this case is really concerning to me. Dad has been very cooperative, but since we were in court last time, he has had the children a lot. And what would happen is mom would drop kids off and text me and say, dad is going to have the kids. And then in a couple of weeks, oh, the kids are going to be with her. And there's been 3 different addresses that mom has provided. And sometimes she would not even be, there's one address I don't think she ever lived with the kids. Dad has been at the same address. I know dad had the kids 2 weeks in June, all of July, a good part of August. Mom, when she did have them and it was dad's visitation, she would deny his visitation when he was supposed to have them and not even show up. Mom did not go. They're supposed to actually exchange the kids at the Clean Police Department. She would not, when she did show up to exchange the kids, she would never go to the police department. She insisted on meeting at Lions Park. Every time I would arrange to go see the kids at daycare, the kids wouldn't be at daycare. They would be missing for a week. The last time Mr. Malvo went to take the kids to daycare, he had to pay for 3 weeks of daycare because they had been released from the daycare because mom had not taken them to daycare for so long. I mean, I had asked for her to send me pictures of the kids at least because, you know, there's been so many times I've tried to arrange to go out and actually set eyes on the kids. She only sent me pictures of one child. Mr. Malvo has taken me on a virtual tour of his home. It's appropriate. And now she's not here. And I tried to get a hold of her, I don't know how many times yesterday and the day before. No luck, but I did talk to her the day before that. So I am just extremely frustrated. She's had 2 different phone numbers. She has been in a shelter. She's lived with her sister. And that's all since April.
All right, well, you can always, you represent the kids, and it's always in the best interest of the kids that visitations take place where the court orders. So you want to bring a motion for enforcement against the lady and hit her with a show cause on that. I already hate to tell you to do this, but the Monday before Thanksgiving is when I'm setting up a live docket on Sapsters. And in fact, that's the only court date that week. It's going to be that Monday. That's not a skeleton crew day for OCA or the AG's office. So that probably the date I'll be looking at because again, it's not an enforcement docket. It's a Sapster docket. But if you want to shoot for one of the enforcement dockets, well, that's going to be, I got one of those. Well, the one coming up on the first Wednesday of October is probably too fast, but the one coming up in mid-October might work. That's going to be the 16th. And then of course, again, I got the 6th of November as an enforcement docket. And like I said, that oh wow, that's way down the list there. The 25th is a SAPSR docket, but I think I got no, that November docket, that Wednesday November docket is Coryell County, so that's not going to work on the 20th. So yeah, but I got the 25th available for that day. So you got lots of dates you can choose from. I'll let you. Which one works probably for your schedule at this point, Ms. Gustafson?
Well, I mean, I can file a motion for enforcement against her, but what I'm concerned about really is the kids have really been more with dad than mom, and dad's obligated to pay child support to mom.
Well, he hadn't paid very well, so
No,
that's
he
the
has not.
problem.
He
That's the
has
other problem.
not. He has not. But you
And
know,
of course, the excuse I always hear, well, if I got my money, I wouldn't have to drop the children off all the time. I believe me. Ooh, if I had a few dollars for each time I heard that, the judge would be driving something with a Mercedes Star.
yes, I know. And I am aware of that too. But it just it's just a little more than regular, I guess, that a little more than normal in this situation. I mean, I kind of felt that way in the beginning. So
well, if you don't want to do the enforcement, you can always skid her with a subpoena and let her know. If you don't show up on that subpoena, I'll ask the judge to issue a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear. And you don't have to sit in the courtroom and wait your turn. If you get up and leave, then you will be the warrant will go out for your arrest for that. If you don't want to do the enforcement part of it. But yeah, we definitely need to see what's going on here. And you can let her know that right now you would have a serious problem with recommending her as a party who's going to get final custody and have to pay, and she could end up being the party who loses custody and has to pay child support.
well, yes, because at this point I would feel more comfortable recommending that Mr. Malvo
All right.
had temporary custody, because right now they've started school and they've already been in two schools, is my understanding, since school started. The
Well,
one that's 5.
Well, again, right now no. I think I had trouble doing that without a motion to change temporary joint management custody from her to him. But if you want to go ahead and file that and serve her with the subpoena and get her in here on either that middle October date or that first Wednesday in November date, which are enforcement dockets, but I'll be glad to hear those cases on either of those dates.
Okay.
But you know, and my concern is, yeah, I would really like for you to do that on the mid-October one, because again, I don't think you don't have to give her 20 days notice. You want to give her 3, but you do have to serve her.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And that could be a problem, but I will try my best.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it sounds like it. So. Yeah, it does sound like it, but you know you can always if you need a immediate motion, I'll grant an order for either full or a substituted service. If you got someone she can be substituted for, or a last known address, well, I'll let that count. But she needs to know. Leave her a voicemail. Hey, I'm getting ready to switch custody from you to dad. You might want to show up for this next hearing. So.
What was that date in October, Your Honor?
Okay, it's the 3rd Wednesday of the month, and okay, I'm in November now. Let me get back to October. That's the 16th. Yes.
Well, I would like for this to be live.
Okay, of course, and yeah, because she'll leave on Zoom, but she leaves from court after being subpoenaed for a live docket. Then that's the warrant. So yeah, okay.
All right, I sure appreciate it, Your Honor.
All right then, Mr. Malvo, you there, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
You heard all that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Miss Gustafson's going to do what she's got to do to get this back before the court. She'll pick that date, and she'll let you know what that date is. And you do need to appear on that date also, sir. Understood?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. All right then. Anyway, when it gets before me, and I got everybody before me, we will get this done. And I will see y'all then. Anything else at this time, Miss Gustafson?
No, sir.
Ms. Bond, got anything else, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
All right, man. Mr. Malvo will be excused to do. You let me get back in the breakout room for a moment. Either you or Ms. Gustafson.
Yes, sir.
If I could speak with Mr. Malvo, that would be helpful.
All right, then. Ms. Malvo, you and Ms. Gustafson get ready to go back into a breakout room together, so she wants to talk to you a little bit more. But after that, you're free to go, sir. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you, and good luck to you, sir, and we'll see you when we get this one set up. We're off the record. Thank you.
Yes, sir.